I was about 17 years old when I started tattooing. Went into a tattoo shop and saw a friend of mine tattooing, and I was like, what are you doing here? He's like, man, this crazy old biker gave me this job. He's like, this guy will totally give you a job, you know, you just have to do a tattoo on your friend or whatever. Found a friend of mine to get a tattoo, and he had me just do this tattoo on the spot. I had no prior knowledge of tattooing, you know, just put a machine in my hand and was like, all right, go for it. Basically, once I started tattooing, I just dropped out of high school, turned 18 and started tattooing full time. There was like the first couple years I was working in these biker shops, but there came a point where I wanted to grow and I wanted to do bigger tattoos and more elaborate and really grow as an artist. And so I pushed myself and I read a lot of books, and I ended up eventually getting into a good shop, and they taught me a lot of stuff. I've always been influenced by comic books. You see a lot of it when there's anatomy subject matter, when there's, you know, human interaction in the tattoo. I try and push out the comic book stuff these days more and more, but they always find it seep in there a little bit. As far as Japanese stuff, there's almost this tradition of stealing the old prints. You can straight up use them as a line drawing or as a reference, or you can kind of like just take the basic idea and make it your own. I find that kind of cool. You take something that's already been there and used by many people. I love all that stuff. Tigers, dragons, koi fish, butterflies. Stick it on a nice background that looks good. I think the biggest difference is from when I first started. Now I'm at a point where I have younger and newer tattooers underneath me, and I can kind of give them at least the help that I wish I would have gotten. But I really do enjoy kind of like an aspect of like teaching and sharing and that camaraderie between artists. I think that's something that I've only had in a few places.